Back out there, how good is it to see 28 back out with your linebacker?
Oh, man, it's great. And just to see him smiling again, it's when he went down last year, that kind of took the air out of a lot of guys, and especially in our room, just because everybody knows how hard he works and the leader he is for us. So to see him out there flying around, he looks faster, you know what I mean, and just running things and controlling the show and all that. It's good to see. He's gonna have a good year.
Yeah, I'm curious what that does for you, man, and your team captain, leader, just to have him physically back. Like, what do you see in the other guys?
Oh man, when you look at a guy like him that's played the amount of ball he's played, to be a multiple all-conference selection, and he's just so freaking smart, and he has such a commanding type presence, but at the same time he still has kind of a quiet strength about him. It just kind of filters throughout everybody in the room, and I think it's something that everybody feeds off of, and it's just good. Just nobody prepares or approaches the game better than he does, and people watch him and know how it's supposed to look. So,
is he able to do everything? Is he pretty much full go?
Yeah, he's rocking and rolling. He's rocking and rolling.
I'm curious how you've seen Malachi and James build off of what was a pretty good close to their seasons and carry that in through winter and summer.
Absolutely. You're talking about two younger players that have a ton of ability. Skill sets are different, but still have a ton of ability. And those snaps that they were able to get once he went down were like gold for them. And you just saw both of them gradually just get better and better and better. To look at Malachi, and he came into the beginning of the year not even thinking he was going to play, and the level of confidence that I've seen him get, Cruz's confidence just got better. Lou Zarzan's, everybody got better just because they knew there was a void that needed to be filled. And so it was good for those guys.
How do you handle your room? Because I almost compare it to the QB room on offense, where Archie, there are times where there's only one of your guys on the field, and then you have to split the reps in a really weird way because, again, maybe only one of our guys is on the field.
Yep. In regard to how I handle that, I make it very clear from the beginning of spring ball to fall camp or wherever it may be, as we're going through things and we're evaluating things, the best people are going to play. The one thing that I'm very fortunate about with our room is those guys love each other and support each other beyond belief, and that's really, really good to see. But they know Coach Mack is going to put the best people out here who he thinks are going to help us win. And everybody's going to have a role. Some roles are big, some roles are small, some roles are right there in the middle, but everybody's going to have one. And regardless of what you think or feel or what you wanted, once we identify what your role is, it's your job to own it. And we end every day with handle your business like a man. Well, handling your business like a man isn't pouting, it isn't complaining because you don't like your role. It's being the best at your role so you can get a bigger role if that's what you desire.
What's kind of the ceiling for Malachi here? Does his quick twitch and speed kind of jump out, it seems like?
Yeah, I mean, it's what the ceiling is. I mean, how high can you raise it? Malachi has a ton of ability, man. He's fast, he's twitchy, he's big, he's strong, he's really, really smart. The big thing with him is just snaps. I think his level of confidence, especially when you look at some of the things he did toward the end of the season and on into the bowl game, I think he's finally starting to see some of the things that I've been telling him I've seen since the day I met him. So he's just going to continue to get better. He's going to continue to get better. I'm excited about him.
See if you can connect out just to get football.
Oh, wow. Number 39. KO is out there flying around, and he is knocking the piss out of people. And he's getting back to that place that I know he wanted to be. It's so refreshing just to see him starting to, he was battling through some things, and you just saw him gradually get better each week. And now he's back. He's back, and now he's got to continue to get better. He's continue to get better.
Couple new faces. Start with Ish.
Yeah.
What's he brought? And he's a little bigger, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When the first time I watched his film, what I saw was a guy that was big, was fast, could play well in space, and really, really raw. Well, then he gets here, and he's been such a pleasure to have in the room. He's a football junkie. I mean, it'll be 10 o'clock at night, and Ish will be watching film, and he'll FaceTime me or text me, Coach, what do I do here, this and that. His desire to be great is something like I haven't seen in a new guy like him in a long time. You know, and again, I kind of look at him and him and Malachi are kind of very similar in certain areas, but their speed, their ability to play in space, and just freaking be explosive is really, really good.
When you have someone so raw like that, like what's the key in feeding them information at an appropriate speed for them and making that?
Well, the thing that I've learned about Ish now that I'm coaching him is where I thought he was extremely raw, he was just doing what he was coached to do in his system. Ish has a very high football IQ. And so now it's just about learning what we do, you know, and that's one thing that was actually a really pleasant surprise when we got here and started coaching him, is his football IQ was really, really high, you know, and he's learning new stuff, you know, but his approach and his desire to be really, really good is what's going to help him continue to play.
I know you can't mention kids by name, but high school recruiting at the linebacker position seems to be going extremely well. What is it you're selling to those guys?
What am I selling? I think what we've had an opportunity to do, you know, is number one, we put a product on the field last year that a lot of people noticed. We had a really good season, and then in recruiting, it's just about consistency and being genuine, you know. And I think when you can do those things and show a guy that you're going to come here and you're going to have a chance to grow and develop and get better and be a part of a family, and then they come and they're on their official visit and they actually see that the words and what they're a part of in this building actually do match. Well, now you got something, you know. And so it's I don't think there's anything overly special in recruiting or my approach. It's just consistency and being genuine and being honest, and get guys up here. Hey, here's so-and-so. Go hang out with the guys and let them tell you about it, and then see how it falls.
You got a highly recruited kid in this freshman class, Grant. What have you seen from Bierman so far?
Oh man, there's not many 6'3", 6'4", 230-pound guys that can move like him. You know, which I knew that. Again, he's another one that just I'm so excited about, man. Him coming in early is going to be huge for him. And he's now, the thing that's really, really good to see with GB is he's starting to get comfortable in his own skin. You know, he was a nervous wreck when it was time to start playing ball, and now he realizes I'm strong enough to play out here. I'm faster than some of these guys. He just needs to learn what to do, you know, and each practice, again, he's another guy. He's gotten better every practice, and it's been so exciting to see.
When you decide to kind of go down that route, like, is he going to get playing time or maybe more of the red shirt route, you know, with a freshman that just comes out of campus?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know until you know. You know, the biggest thing with a guy like him is it's kind of like, I tell people all the time, you don't want to get overly excited, and then when things don't happen, you feel let down. Like, just let it happen naturally. My number one job as a position coach is to make sure whoever we put out there on Saturdays in the fall, they're physically and mentally ready. Well, luckily for him, he has a spring, he has fall camp, and he has the summer. You know, so by the time all that shakes out, we'll know. You know, do I think he's trending in that direction? It's looking that way, but we still got a long way to go. You know, still got a long way to go.
I just want to ask you about your room. Like talking, Dylan goes down, there's a lot of question marks in maybe October, November, and now we're talking 6 guys here glowing about. So how much is that change, and whether it be playing time for some younger guys or new additions now to what you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, again, at the end of the day, the best guys are going to play. I tell the guys all the time, spring ball, summer workouts, evaluations, fall camp, make that decision hard on me. That's what I tell them all the time. Make that decision hard on me, and then what they do know they will get from me is consistency and honesty. You know, and at the end of the day, there's no way around it. There's no way to maneuver. When it's time to go play on Saturday, somebody's going to go out there first, somebody's going to go out there second, somebody's going to go out there third. That's just what it is. Well, I want them to make that decision hard for me to have to make. And right now, I'm excited about having a hard decision to potentially have to make. But we still got a long way to go.
You know, Ish came from